Okay guys, let's continue with developing our infrastructure project. First of all, we need a DB context here. So let me add a class, call it simple server-side data table.db context. It's okay. Oops, I have misspelled infrastructure. The dictation is incorrect. Let's correct it. Visual Studio helps us to do this. So the public class of simple server-side data table DB context, which here we can say server-side with big S, will inherit the DB context class, and the using of NC framework core will be added here. Let's add a constructor of DB context options and call it options, and let inherit the options class of the base. Oops, we should have the options of simple server-side data table DB context class. Okay, here we can have DB sets of the student class we previously developed, and let's add the reference to the core project and call it students. Okay, you can also implement entity classes here at the infrastructure, but let's put it simple. Okay, now we have to add some connection strings here. Let's add the connection string at the app.json in the web project. It's okay. And let's add the reference for the infrastructure project to the web project. Here we can add project reference, and let's add the both of the projects reference to the web. Now add the program.cs. Okay, first of all, at program.cs I should put some codes here to be able to get the connection string from the JSON file. Provider equals builder.service build service provider is the case, and after adding controllers which we use here, I should introduce the DB context to the service. No, add DB context. Okay, DB context would be type of simple server-side data table DB context. Okay, let's add the using, and it should have some options. The options would be options dot use SQL server, and I should add the using for it, and then we should do two things here. First of all, we should say what the connection is, what would be the connection string, so we can add it from the provider we have previously introduced .get required service get required service of I configuration, and then the connection string with the name default connection. Okay, and the other parameter should be a thing that introduce which assembly the DB context resides in. So let's say b.migration assembly of type type of simple server side data table DB context. I may say triple S data table DB context. Very long name, but simply dot full name. That's it. So here we have introduced the DB context to our web project. What would be the next? Next would be adding a migration to our project. Let's open up the package manager console. Be sure that you have selected the infrastructure project and type add migration and give it a name. Initial migration, and it should do the job. The next thing we can do is to create the database. So we can type update database, and then I should check what it has done. Here I should refresh and see the simple server-side data table is here, and the table students has been created. And because I am a Formula 1 fan, I have created a TSQL file with sample data which is based on the drivers of the Formula 1, 20 drivers appended by my name. So I may run this to add some records to the students class. Okay, we have 21 students here in this table, and we will continue to develop the infrastructure project at the next video.